And Laila Ali, daughter of boxing legend Muhammad Ali, is busy finalising preparations for her return to the ring this weekend. Ali, undefeated in 21 bouts, can lay claim to being the best female boxer in the world, and she'll be looking to extend that run on Saturday night when she meets Russia's Angelika Torskaya in Berlin's Max-Schmeling Hall. Muhammad Ali is expected to be ringside for the contest, which forms part of the undercard to the WBA heavyweight title bout between America's John Ruiz and 7'2", 150-kilo Russian Nikolai Valuev. Ruiz, known as the Quiet Man, is the current WBA champion and ranked third in the world in the heavyweight division. Well, it's been an interesting couple of days in Australian boxing, and joining me now in the studio to look at the ramifications of the weekend's action is SBS boxing analyst Paul Upham. Paul, thanks for coming in.
Good evening, Stephanie.
Good to see you again. First of all, then, the ugly scenes at the Green Mundine fight night. You were there in Perth. What are your thoughts?
Well, it was a bit ugly on the television, but there was such passion there, and people have to remember that Anthony Mundine's been trash-talking Danny Green for 3 years, and being in Green's hometown there, the fans, as soon as they got there, they were revved up. They really wanted to give to Anthony Mundine, and they made it clear what they thought of him and his performance over the last 3 years towards their man.
Sure, well, there was plenty of action out of the ring. Let's go to the action in the ring. Danny Green had a points victory over Mexican Carino Garcia. Anthony Mundine did it a bit easier against the Kiwi Rico Chong-Ni. Were you impressed?
Yeah, I was with Danny Green. He fought the tougher opponent, Garcia, a lot more experience. He's been around a long time, very tough. He took some tremendous punches. Green's corner, I was right near them. They couldn't believe the right hands that Danny Green had given him, and Danny had to put his hand in some ice afterwards. I think it was pretty bruised from Carino Garcia's head, but it was a good performance from Green. Not too flashy, nice and controlled. Didn't want to show too much. He's been working on some new things with his new trainer, and I think he was very happy with the performance, get the good 10 rounds. Anthony Mundine probably faced an easy opponent, Rico Chong-Ni, and it was the Anthony Mundine at his best. He was moving, his speed, his power. He was talking, he was trash talking to Danny Green at ringside. He was watching. It was a very good performance from Anthony Mundine. I think Danny Green was a little bit better on the night, probably because of his quality of opponent.
Sure, well, speaking of those two then, what's the latest on the proposed super bout? April, isn't it? Next
well, it's definitely going to happen. I say April, probably after the Commonwealth Games. They're still shopping it around to a venue. Melbourne is still a possibility, but I think it's going to be in Sydney. The determination will be what is the best financial deal they can get. Do they take it an indoor venue like the Superdome, or do they take it to the Olympic Stadium out at Telstra? You know, it's going to be a huge crowd. They're getting with 30, 35,000 people. Ultimately, whatever most money they can get, I think that will determine the venue. And then they've got to decide what night is it. Do they have it on a Monday night, a Wednesday night? They don't want to clash with the NRL if it's during the rugby league season, because they've normally had it on a Wednesday night. So it could be a Sunday night or a Wednesday or a Monday. So once they work that all out, I think we'll get an announcement towards the end of January.
Sure, Paul. Well, after the weekend, who do you fancy?
I think Green on points. It's going to be close. It'll be a close fight. It'll go to the cards, but I just think at this stage Danny Green's got a little bit more.
All right, well, moving on, another Aussie in action on the weekend was the Melbourne middleweight Sam Solomon. He was on the end of another dubious decision. He's had a couple.
It's been like that throughout his career. He put on a great performance. Winky Wright, the second best fighter in the world of all divisions, and Sam gave him everything. The crowd, 4,000, booed the decision afterwards. It was a close points decision. The good news for Sam is that he impressed the American television network, he impressed the fans, and hopefully he'll get another chance because he's such a good guy. He really deserves another chance in America.
Well, taking Wright so close, it bodes well for the future for Solomon, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, I think he has proved himself. He deserves this opportunity. We saw him a few years ago. He was against Anthony Mundine and Wollongong. Controversial decision, probably deserved to get that win. The man beat him that night on the cards, but Sam Solomon probably deserved it. But he's developed so much. He's fought around the world. He's fought at short notice. He's beaten all the guys he's had to get the top. And against Winky Wright, he showed that he's one of the best in the world.
All right, great. Well, thanks, Paul. We'll be looking forward to all of them, and we'll see you next time.
My pleasure.